Hey guys, we're back at Waybacks. Just coming in this morning right before we open, so it's nice and empty. But I thought we might do the gameplay, maybe a little history this morning. I love our fighter roads. Back in the day when I was younger, man, me and my brothers would have tore up every one of these games. Love some fighters. But I think today we're going to go into one that I liked even more. Do a little beat 'em up action. So this is our Marvel road. We got our dual monitor 6-player X-Men. And there's the game. I think we're going to do a little Punisher Nick Fury action. Such a fun game if you like beat 'em ups. Of course, we got our Captain America finishing out our Marvel row. The only one we don't have here at Waybacks, and I keep my eye open for it, is they had a Spider-Man beat 'em up too. But I love that outside art and that marquee on Punisher. The 90s style artwork. Nick Fury. I know a lot of y'all are like, that's not Samuel L. Jackson. But yeah, that's what Nick Fury looked like when I was growing up. So yeah, set up the tripod and do a little bit of gameplay here. Talk about it a little bit. And we can see if I'm any good at this anymore. Used to be pretty decent, but we'll see. All right, guys, let's see what I can do. So it says insert coin. Some of the games here didn't have a free play option. So, we added a coin button. Always look for them down by the coin slot. So player one's Punisher, Frank Castle. Player two's Nick Fury. So we're going to go with Frank. This game was released, I think, in '93. Of course, this was after the uber popular Final Fight that kind of kick-started this style play with Capcom. Final Fight's great. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Even to this day, I played me several rounds of it. As you can see, Punisher's pretty similar. Every now and then, you get the Punisher effect where you get some pistols or machine guns or something. But kind of the story of this game, there we go with this pistol. The story with this game is you're after the Kingpin. You still got your stuff like your chicken and your grenades. You hit the double buttons, you can toss the grenade. I think Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was another one very similar to this. Came out the same year, '93. So I was 9, 10 years old when this came out. You can imagine how much I like that gratuitous violence as a young boy, especially being the youngest of 3 brothers. I believe this is Capcom's first game with Marvel, if I remember right. So this was kind of like the precursor to all the infinitely popular Marvel versus Capcom games that came out. And just smacks Billy with the bat. A little Granato. A lot of the graphics you can see are kind of borrowed from Final Fight as well, like the guy on fire. All very similar. The weapons, bats and knives, and all that good stuff you can pick up. You only get a few hits before they bust. I know they came up with this version on an arcade 1-up, but I gotta tell you guys, nothing beats the 25-inch monitor on this game. And so it is pretty cool. You get to decide to kill him or not. And it just makes it quicker if you do. Yeah, they had some really cool graphics on this game. Really enjoy this one. Tell you a little bit about this cab. So, some of you hardcore collectors will notice this isn't the original cab, but it looks extremely similar. What this is a Leland cab that Dragon's Lair 2 came in. Now, the Punisher came in the Dynamo Big Blue, or the Capcom Big Blue cabinet. And it's almost identical. So much to the fact that I didn't have one. Well, I have one with Marvel vs. Capcom's in it. So I decided to put this in this one instead. Because the Big Blue we have is I don't know if it's a later revision or an early revision, but it doesn't have the giant marquee like this one does and the one that Punisher came in. It's just got the little marquee, and I think like Dolby Atmos stereo speakers was the big seller for that cabinet. But anyway, ours was fully original, so I was like, I'm not going to mess with that. And, you know, when we got this cabinet, it had, what was in here, Golden Tee, I think? Most cabinets we had were Golden Tees for whatever reason. Everybody loved converting games into Golden Tee. So I was like, well, I'm not going to waste this cool cabinet for a Golden Tee. So I got with the Jabo Arcade. He had the full Punisher art kit. And I sent him some measurements so that he could do little variations to make it work on this cabinet. Which I think Punisher is so much better than like Golden Tee 92 or whatever it was that was in here. And why wouldn't you keep an emergency flamethrower instead of a fire extinguisher in your building? Makes perfect sense. Big ass war hammer that this guy carries. Thor would be proud. Looking like Beta Ray Bill's hammer. If you're a true comic nerd, you'll know Beta Ray Bill. If you're just a Marvel MCU guy, then you probably have no idea who I'm talking about. I always thought that was a terrible name for him, Beta Ray Bill, though. And we're just going to see how far we can get on our first coin. Right now we have one life left. I don't know if I'll beat this guy. Try some Granatos. I think I'm out of them. Yeah, no more Granatos. You have my Beta Ray Bill hammer. Add. Get him! Didn't kill him. Broke my hammer. Oh, last life, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe. Got him. I don't know how much further I'll get. I got past stage 2 on one coin, so I'm doing pretty good. I know Nick Fury is a solid character for part 2, but really would have kind of been funny if they put Microchip as the second player. Just have him roll around in his van or something. Kind of like Narc or something. Streets of Rage, where you can call in the car. It's a little morbid. The aiming factor on here isn't very good. always thought that guy looked like the dude from Samurai Showdown. Probably kind of what they were going for. I got to be doing more and saying, "Ow!" if I got smacked with a hammer that size. Oh, and that's it, guys. There's microchip. So he either dies or gets resuscitated. We're just going to let him die. '20th place on 1/4. That's not terrible, right? Anyway, this is no practice, just me coming up for the first time in months or even years to play. Yeah. So what y'all think about Punisher? It's one of my favorites. My brother's favorite for sure. All right, guys. Well, I think this one will wrap us up. Unless y'all want to see Nick Fury real fast. I want to say, if I remember right, his story ending was a little different than Frank's. I don't really recall. It's been a while since I beat it. Me and my middle son did play it through a few years back. It's the glory of not having to have a ton of quarters to play. So, yeah, guys, if y'all want to check out the original Punisher, then come on down to Wayback's Arcade and play it anytime you want for $13 plus tax entrance. Or get you a membership, $35 a month. And play to your heart's content. Anyway, he just did the lightning sweep from Guile. That was pretty cool. Never saw that. I like how he's smoking his little cigar too. That wouldn't fly with the sensors these days. You know, shooting people in the face on Call of Duty, that's bad, or that's fine. But you know, smoking a cigar, is bad. I would never advocate for smoking myself, but you know, to each his own. I've got plenty of bad habits myself. One bad habit though, video games wasn't one of them. It's turned into a very good habit and has brought plenty of smiles to many faces here in our town, and we hope to bring plenty more. But anyway, guys, Nick Fury and Punisher, come check it out at Waybacks. Until next time.
Take that message to your people.